The biggest cost that the chicken companies have in getting product to consumers is the cost of feed. It's about 2/3 of the costs that are incurred. And with record high corn prices and record high soybean prices, we're just seeing record high input costs. And that will hurt the industry. It already is. Corn prices recently have been at $9.14 a bushel on Delmarva. $9.14. A year ago it was probably half that. Soybean prices, $17.44, a record high. So those high prices combined with the higher fuel prices everybody's facing have really ramped up the cost of production. And what may happen is, as costs continue to stay high or go higher, and chicken companies not getting much higher prices for their products, we may see less production of chickens, not just on the Delmarva Peninsula, but throughout the Republic. And this can be accomplished in several ways. One, some growers may not get chickens placed in their houses again. Those growers who have a higher cost of raising the birds will be the first to be let go if that is what happens. Secondly, the companies could place fewer birds in the houses. So all the growers kind of suffer because of the high prices. Or there could be extended layout times between the flocks. Instead of there being a 2-week period where the houses are emptied, it could be 3 weeks or 4 weeks or more. Part of the reason for the higher corn prices is the drought. There's no question about that. That's part of it. Part of it also is a federal government requirement that a certain amount of ethanol be used in gasoline and a certain amount of ethanol coming from corn. So we have the situation of corn in demand as an animal feed, corn in demand for fuel. And the EPA under the Clean Air Act has the authority to waive the mandate that a certain amount of corn be used to make ethanol. And the petitions from the governor of, petition requests from the governors of Delaware, Maryland, North Carolina, Arkansas, and maybe others by now, are asking the EPA administrator, based on the law that exists today, to waive the requirement that a certain amount of ethanol be made from corn. That will help reduce the demand for ethanol. We're not saying that the ethanol people should not be able to make ethanol. They want to make ethanol and compete on the open market for a product, good for them. Our concern is that there's a federal mandate that a certain amount of a product be diverted to one industry over another. We're hopeful that she will take it seriously and understand this is causing economic harm. And the trigger for the waiver is economic harm. I don't think there's any doubt there's economic harm to the animal industry because of this mandate that a certain amount of corn go into ethanol.